All right, y'all. Welcome back. This is Play the Field with Verbal Kent the Catalyst. I got on the line my man, Terrance Harris. He's going to let us know about the Panthers. Cam and the boys. Cam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy. All right, Terrance, what's going on with the Panthers? Why doesn't America know about this team? Seems like a great team.
They are, man. They have proven time and time again throughout the season, man, despite being doubted, that they are probably one of the two best teams in the NFL.
Oh, who's the other?
15-1 record speaks for itself.
Who's the other?
The other team, man, I gotta say it's New England, man. I hate to say it. I am not a Tom Brady fan. I'm not a Belichick fan. I feel like that's the NFL's golden child franchise. I feel like that's the second best team in the NFL. So if the Panthers do happen to advance this weekend, I need a rematch from that Super Bowl in 2004.
Oh, that's what it's about. It's personal. It's personal. I knew it. Steve Smith might show up for that game. He might come back for that one.
Yeah.
At least allow it. I think the second best team in the league is the team the Panthers are playing this week. The Cardinals.
Arizona.
The Cardinals. Oh, man. The Panthers, my opinion, Panthers are the most complete team left. Even though they're playing with janitors at receivers. That's nice of them, bro. They're giving people opportunities.
You know Cam is legit when he can turn Ted Ginn Jr. into a viable option at wide receiver.
Mr. Ginn? Oh, I have a couple things about Mr. Ginn. He is doing things this year. So in his career, he has 21 touchdowns. This year, he has 10. Okay, Ted, what's going on? I need you piss. I need you pissing something, Ted. What is going on here?
Listen, that's some Dolphin fan bias. I still think y'all mad that y'all wasted the first round pick on Ted Ginn, man.
I am every single time, man. I see him take off. Why couldn't you do that for us? Why couldn't you?
Although I was about done with Ted Ginn earlier in the year when he dropped those touchdown passes against the New Orleans Saints, that game we almost lost.
Oh, that's what he do. That's what Ted Ginn does, man. When I saw it, I was like, oh, that's like going home. Ted Ginn fucking up when you need him. I'm like, oh, that's the Ted Ginn I know.
My cousin, he and I, we've been Panthers fans from day one, man. We grew up in Spartanburg. That's where Panthers training camp is every summer. The owner, Jared Richardson, he still resides in Spartanburg. So, we grew up, we're hometown boys. We've always pulled for the hometown team. And this particular team, man, you can kind of tell it got Dave Gettleman. He's the GM. He's a Giants guy. So this team is kind of built a lot like those Giant Super Bowl teams, 2007, 2011. Really good defense. Strong running game, except Cam's a heck of a lot better than Eli Manning, as I like to call him.
That's without question. What Cam's doing right now, you guys should be this good because fundamentally with defense, the running game, and Cam, you're going to be this good. But without those receivers, you shouldn't. You shouldn't be at 16. Yeah. You shouldn't be 16-1 right now. That's Cam.
Exactly.
That is all Cam. And Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen should be bubble wrapped after every game.
It still kills me, man, that Chicago Bears basically gave up Greg Olsen for the equivalent of a Chico stick and a couple of blow pops, man.
And they thought they made out on the deal. That's
got nothing from it.
He's the type of guy like you don't miss him until he's gone because he's that reliable. He's the greatest tight end in University of Miami history. It always gets back to that. I tell people it always comes back to the youth. But let's get back to my man Ted Ginn. Let's go back to some more Ted Ginn facts. Ted Ginn has 44 catches this season. 44 catches for the top receiver for the Panthers. Panthers, unbelievable. This is in comparison to Cam's Auburn season. As far as single-handedly carrying the team to greatness, this is right on par. Carmelo's one season, Cam's season, like one person is rocking out. Who's the guy in defense that we don't know about that America should know about? I know about Luke. I know about Thomas. Like, who's the guy?
The guy that everyone needs to know about that they don't know about is Kurt Coleman.
Kurt Coleman. Oh, okay. Something about Kurt. Let's see what Kurt's
Coleman. He's a ball hawking safety. He'll come up. He'll help out in the run game, but he also will go up and get a pick when needed. So, Kurt Coleman, he's the guy that people need to be paying closer attention to in the secondary. I know Josh Norman gets all the attention right now, but Kurt Coleman holds his own back there too. Yeah, Josh Norman, man, he talks a lot of jump, but he backs it up. Somebody that can make Odell Beckham Jr. spaz out.
Like spaz the F out. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
he spazzed out.
Right. And he just keeps on with it too. Like afterwards, the media campaign that Josh was like just on, he was picking on me.
Yeah.
And I just had to just do what I had to do, and then he went crazy. I don't know what happened. He just put his
Well,
hands
we just
up.
playing football. We talking junk like it's the playground, man.
Yeah, he just went crazy.
And dude lost it.
Yeah, like you know that's not what happened.
Yeah. Now we know what happened.
Josh said some things about his mom.
Josh had some questions about Odell's dancing videos on YouTube and Instagram.
Had it timestamps and all. It was like at the 1 minute and 39 minute mark. What was that? What was going on there?
Please stop with all the hip thrusts.
Yeah,
Odell
yeah.
back.
All right. So let's talk a little hoops. Let's talk a little bit triangle. What's going on over there, man? What's up, Bobby Ingram? I like that kid. What's going on over there?
Struggling right now, man. They've lost 3 straight.
Yeah, I know.
It's been a while since they've lost 3 straight, but thinking back to comparing this Duke team to last year's Duke team, you don't replace guys like Justice Winslow and Jaleel Okafor and Tyus Jones and expect not to have some sort of fall off.
Yeah.
But they are coached by the best coach in college basketball, so I expect them to get better. They're young.
I was gonna say like
they're as talented as last year's team.
They're not, but I was gonna say they would be a lot better if Coach K wasn't doing whack ESPN commercials.
Right.
If he spent a little more time playbook instead of having his son skip school. Emojis.
Former players, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of Coach K.
Yeah, but the team that surprised me, man, they're always good. North Carolina. I'm surprised by North Carolina this year so far.
Victor's back.
Yeah, but the thing is, man, I know Roy Williams he'll mess it up somehow. Roy Williams has a tendency to mess up a good thing. So something's going to happen between now and the time postseason play starts where the North Carolina will just disappear.
Oh.
He will say, how did this team underachieve again?
Yeah, Roy's one of those, he gets blessed with Ferrari and he wrecks it.
Yeah, pretty much.
He'll wreck it. And like, if he has a hoopty, I'll give him that. If he has a hoopty, he'll make it run pretty well. Because he's a veteran coach, he knows how to trick it out. But if you give him a good car, he's going to wreck it.
Listen, I knew that Roy Williams had questionable coaching ability. And not saying that I would do as well of a job as he does at North Carolina, but when you start Larry Drew over Kendall Marshall, you halfway through the season to figure out that Kendall Marshall is your best point guard, there's something wrong with that.
Yeah, Kendall Marshall or Larry Drew. Where's Larry Drew now?
Yeah, I've never heard of him. I haven't heard of him since.
He came on the other day, man. Chilling. I think he's manager, though. He wasn't bagging anything, man.
Do they still put people's pictures on the side of milk cartons?
Yep. That's for Larry Drew, man. Larry Drew needs to shine, man. He almost made it.
Bad. Sorry, Larry.
Williams probably still calls him up to this day, man. You almost had it, man. You almost had it, Larry.
You almost had it. But yeah, man, down here in my home state, man, there's some good basketball going on right now, man. You got the Gamecocks 17-1.
17-1?
Yeah, man, 17-1. Beat Ole Miss on the road last night. The SEC basketball doesn't get the same kind of recognition it does for football, but you still got Kentucky. Kentucky will still be the team to beat in the SEC, although Texas A&M's number 1. But
17-1. Wait a minute. What does the Gamecocks have? I am
Gamecocks, man. Right now, it's a lot of guys who your old high school coach, man, Frank Martin.
Frank Martin. Yes.
Yeah.
I got Frank Martin stories.
Frank Martin, man, this is his 4th year. He has his guys. He's running his system. Has his blueprint, thumbprint all over the
He's a manic, isn't he? He's a
manic.
manic,
They share the
right?
basketball. There are no star players on the team. Everybody knows their role, and that's pretty much what it's been right now.
I know you go to games?
Yeah, man. It's a ticket holder.
Give me some good Frank Martin stories.
Frank's first couple of years, man, he still was, Frank, he has a temper, so he pull you out the game, best believe you're going to get an earful. But he's calmed down since he got suspended a game a couple years back for saying some choice words to a player that got shown on ESPN.
Oh, yes, I remember
Now, if he does decide to use some choice words, he'll cover his mouth up so the TV camera doesn't catch him doing it. But you can tell he still goes in on players when he has to.
Oh, man, he has. I mean, that's in his DNA, man. That's in his DNA.
He can't help it, man. But those guys, you can tell those guys respond well to him, man. They love him, man.
That's why I know for Frank Martin, every minute you play, you're going to play your butt off.
Yeah.
That is prerequisite.
It's funny because I knew that Frank had a good team this year, man, because just by how his demeanor on the bench has totally changed. Like he's not up out of his seat as much as he normally was.
Oh, okay.
You don't hear him yelling as much. He just kind of let the game play out. In previous years, he was up out of his seat the entire game. The frustrated looks, the yelling.
The Stan Van Gundy. The Stan Van Gundy of the college ranks. The Stan Van Gundy of the college ranks. He's just like Stan Van Gundy. Same disposition.
When he has a good team, man, he's chill on the sideline, man. But you can obviously tell those guys love playing for him.
Oh, man. Okay, so 17-1, that makes sense. Frank Martin. So that's like a counterbalance to your football coach.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
You're talking about Coach Spurrier, who decided to walk away mid-season.
Ooh, yeah, and your new football coach. What's your new football coach?
Yeah, Will Muschamp.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Ooh, how do you feel about that one?
You know, at first, I wasn't on board with it, man. But the way he's been recruiting, I mean, he's basically, our recruiting class at the end of the season was in the 70s for most of the national recruiting sites. Now we're in the top 30. Still some guys who are on the board that haven't committed yet.
Okay.
He's brought in a
his
pretty
name carries
good
weight.
staff, guys with SEC experience. He's hired 2 national recruiters of the year be on the staff: Lance Thompson, Tavares Robinson, and let me take that back. That's 3 national recruiters of the year: Brian McClendon. So, 2 guys from Auburn and a guy from Georgia on staff. So one of the things he said was, if you can't recruit, you can't coach here. And I like the fact that even though he started late, he's not afraid to go after the guys that the other programs targeting too, basically saying, we're going to make you say no to us, which is rare because everybody know Coach Spurrier he pretty much left it up to his assistant coaches to do the recruiting. He would come in and close as needed. But Muschamp has been hands-on from day one. He had his introductory press conference on December 7th. As soon as his press conference over, he's already out visiting prospects in the state.
You have to, because you have shark in your waters. You have Kirby Smart. Smart coming into Georgia. That is not good. Yeah. That is the best recruit. That's why Nick Saban has been so successful. It's Kirby. Maybe this is what Will needed. A smaller market, get to do his thing, build up his staff, be a CEO, learn how to be a CEO. Learn how to be a CEO.
Patient fan base.
Yeah, more patient fan base. Learn how to be a CEO. He's a X and O guy. He is an X and O guy. He doesn't know how to handle people. He doesn't know how to manage people. There's a difference. That's right. Like, you can be the smartest guy.
Man. I think he sounds like he's eager to prove people wrong, that, he wants to show that he's going to make the most of this second opportunity. But, everything that he's saying right now to the media and just some of the things that we're hearing from kids that are being recruited into the program now has sold me.
Oh, okay. Gamecocks. So the future's looking bright, baby.
Yeah. So
maybe.
This is a team that they went 3-9. Very well could have been 6-6 or 7-5. The ball had to bounce a certain way. There's some talent still left in the cupboard defensively. Offensively is where he's really going to have to target his recruiting the next couple of years, because we need depth on offense. But there's some talent left defensively, but I don't think they were being coached and utilized correctly.
And you need to gain quickly on Clemson. They will get away from you.
They're going to continue to be they're going to be good for several years down the road.
For one reason too.
Mr. Watson.
One reason Clemson's gonna have a advantage. You guys. ESPN likes to say the name Dabo.
Yeah, they love it.
They like saying Dabo Swinney. Sweeney. So he's always going to be in the national media because Dabo Swinney and the Clemson Tigers, Dabo Swinney. So he has that name. He carries weight. He gets these. So Will Muschamp must change his name.
I'm from the upstate of South Carolina, so Clemson is a small town. They love their football team. You get kids from the inner city. You get kids from these urban areas. They come up there. They fall in love with the campus, the mountains, the lake. I mean, it's a completely different environment than what they're accustomed to. And then to combine that with a crazy fan base that loves their football and loves their football team and their coach, you got a winning formula up there. So I can't knock him, man. Even though that's my rival school, he's doing his thing up there.
Oh yeah, he's building something. I seen a couple things being built, and that's how you build it, just the way Dabo's doing it. All right, we want to thank Terrance Harris for joining us, and this has been another Play the Field. We'll see you next time, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, take care of each other. And our beat today was The Feast, Artist Unknown. Remember, guys, take care of each other. Peace.